Always seems so far back. Hey. Good afternoon. Happy lunch hour. Hey, Joy, how are you? I don't know why I always seem like Hey, Britt, how's it going? Let me adjust my seat, guys. Gals. How is everyone out there? It's Wednesday. What is today? Wednesday. I'm doing good. Thank you. Doing really good. Thank you all for coming on. I'm a little late. I'm supposed to be on at 12. I got a little caught up at the investor. So I'm not going to be on long today. Hey, Yolanda. I'm not going to be on long today. About 30 minutes. Hey, Liz. Because I have to make a run for it and run 2 errands here. Hey, Crystal, how are you? So many of you, hey, Delisha, I told you on yesterday, you guys were on with me, and I was just talking about my relationship with money and how I viewed money and things of that nature. But what I didn't tell you on yesterday was that I was in a position where I lost everything. A financial position. I did tell you that, I had access to lots of money at one point in my life, and I didn't have any concern about it, where it was going to come from or how I was going to spend it. I just knew to spend it. But when I actually lost everything, and when I say lost, not only did I go broke for the most part, but I lost my house into foreclosure. I lost my car into repossession, and I lost everything. Pretty much every tangible thing I lost. And because I was in a position where I had access to funds and I could have done things differently, but I didn't. So when all of that happened to me, I was totally unprepared. I was totally unprepared to have a foreclosure on my credit, to have bankruptcy on my credit, and to have bill collectors calling me, about other bills that I could not report as foreclosure or as into bankruptcy. So that was a very embarrassing time of my life. It was a very challenging time of my life, but it also caused me to become very humble. And it caused me to become more or less of a cheapskate, and just being more frugal and being more cognizant of how I was spending my money and what I was spending my money on. So that's the place I'm at now. And I'm in a better place, a much better place than I was then, but I'm still growing and I'm still learning. But what I'm also seeing is that I constantly have to do self-reflection as to my relationship with money, and to make sure that I'm not going overboard. I have to make sure that I have a plan in place, that I create a plan for my money, and I have goals for my money. Because like I said yesterday, I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to just work to spend money. Is that anybody goal on here? Let me know. Just work to spend money, work to get rid of it, work to buy people stuff, work to pay bills, or work to, constantly get out of debt. Who wants to live like that? Who wants to live like that? Society lied to us. The world lied to us, because that's what they do. They spend, have no regard of tomorrow or the future or anything of that nature. And that's definitely not what I want for my life. I as I said yesterday, I want to, if I'm doing anything, I want my money to have value and have purpose. And I want to spend it on things that are valuable and of purpose. And I want to spend it on things that is going to bring me a return. So when we talk about savings, I gave you guys some alarming statistics on yesterday about savings. And I believe it was 42%. What was that yesterday? 42% of Americans do not save. 42% of Americans, no, they live paycheck to paycheck. That's an alarming statistic. A very alarming statistic. And it said 25% of those, even if they're earning $100,000 or more, so even if they're earning 6 figures, they're still living paycheck to paycheck. Hey, Sophia, I don't want that to be my life. I don't want, if something happens to me, then I'm doomed. I don't want that for my life, and I'm sure that you all don't want that either. So I want to talk to you just a little bit today. Like I said, I'm not going to be on long, just about creating a plan. And you have to understand, when creating a plan, you have to understand why you need a plan in place, why you need something to go by. Because if you're just winging it, you're going to bring self-destruction upon your own self, and if you're married and you have children, you even more need a plan. If you're single, you still need a plan. But if you have other people that are counting on you and that are depending on you, you need a plan. You can't just live life and do what you want when you want to do it, because you have other people that are responsible, that you are responsible for. So I want to go ahead and get into it. And I really only have 3 tips for you guys today. And for those that are new or will be coming back and listening to the replay and have no idea who I am, I'm Treal Ravenel. I'm one of the founders of Detour Movement. And we believe in renewing your mind. And this is such a great time of the year, and even on the scope as it relates to renewing your mind, because we believe that once you renew your mind, you can transform every area of your life. And it wasn't until I renewed my mind as it related to money and its value is when my life started transforming. I told you yesterday, I used to declare and decree and affirm, I'm out of debt, my needs are met, I have much more in store, and all of those affirmations and declarations like many of you probably say on a day-to-day basis about a plan. Declarations and affirmations without a plan is just declarations and affirmations. I'm just speaking into the atmosphere, and nothing is going to happen by me just speaking. I have to take those words and allow those words to transform the way I think about a thing so that I can get something different out of it. Thank you so much for the hearts. Is that Crystal? I appreciate you so very much. So I want to give you just 3 tips on today. 3 tips on today, and I hope you will take this and you will be able to apply it to your life, to be able to apply it to your financial goals, because 2017, you guys, we got to do better. We have to do better, even when it comes to the holiday spending and things of that nature. What I have done, what I try to implement this year, but what I'm going to implement even more so next year, is having a holiday fund. Strictly holiday fund. And I'm going to have a certain amount that I'm going to contribute toward that holiday fund every month. And when November comes or December comes, and when I'm ready to go shopping for Christmas, more or less, I'm going to use the money out of that holiday fund. I'm not going to use any other money from any other place. And whoever I cannot buy a gift for, then that's just what it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? Like things like that. We just have to have a different plan in place. Because, you just never know what can happen nowadays. And you never want to be in a position like how I was in a position when I lost everything. I had nowhere to turn. I had nowhere to go. I had to go back and at some point live with my mom, with my son, and start life all over. Like, you don't want to have to be in that position. We talked just a tad bit about I talked about the statistic about having money saved up for at least 6 months in case something happens. Things like that. Like, what are your goals? I'll tell you the tips in a minute. Let's just have a conversation. What are your financial goals for 2017? What do you desire to do with your money in 2017? What is the vision for your money in 2017? Can anybody answer that question today? Because at one point I could not answer that question. I had no idea. To save? Save what? Save how much? Why are you saving? You know what I'm saying? I had no plan. I had nothing. I just knew that I wanted to save. I knew that I wanted to invest. This is another one. I knew that I wanted to invest. Invest what? Invest how much? Why are you investing? What type of investments are you going to look into? Is it going to be real estate investment? Is it going to be stock investments? Like, what do you want to do? College fund. Absolutely, Joy. Yes. So then you have to look at, okay, how much, I have this many children, even if some may not go to college, you still want to have something for them to be able to start their life if they decide to go another direction. We hope that they would go to college, but that's not always the case. So then you have to figure out what that amount looks like. And then you have to start planning today, because I don't know about you guys, for those of you that have children in college, but that came quick for me. That came quick, and I was not totally prepared, just to be blatantly honest with you, when my son went to college. Thankfully, he got a really great a scholarship amount, and that covered like the majority of his schooling, but I still had to, offer up some funds, but I was not prepared. because it came really quick. And we go through life and we live and we think, we have all the time in the world. Oh, he has another 5 years in school, or she has another 10 years in high school, or whatever the case may be. That time will come so quick. And when you look at it, you'll be sitting around with absolutely no plan, no goals. One of your goals, Joey, is your children, going to college, in their college being paid for, rather that you saving for it or them getting scholarships or whatever the case may be. So as we are declaring these goals and saying these things in the atmosphere, we have to make sure that we are writing the vision. We have to make sure that we are making it plain. We have to make sure that we are creating a plan. We have something of substance in place that's going to help us achieve those goals, right? So let me just give you 3 points. Joy said hers. Nobody else, I guess, have any goals. Hey, Pastor Lou, how are you? Save for buying a home. Yes. I bought 2 homes. I had no goals regarding it. I did buy them, and hence probably why I lost them, right? Because I had no goal. Oh, that's a good one, you guys. Because I had no goals as to how I was going to get the home, how I was going to pay for the home. And I had no goals as to, if something happened, how I was going to pay my mortgage. Thank you, sir. I had no plan at all. I just thought, oh, God will provide. Oh, God will provide. And that's true. But at the same token, in the same breath, you have to have a plan. God is not Santa Claus. You know what I'm saying? We go out here and we make these decisions, buying homes, buying cars, buying things that we sometimes can't afford. We're house rich, car rich, and pouring our bank accounts. And then we want God to come and majestically, open up these doors and pour down blessings. And that's not the type of God we serve. That's not how he operates. He is a miracle working God. Don't get me wrong, but we have to be responsible. We have to be responsible for the decisions that we are making. We have to be responsible enough to write the vision and to make it plain. Okay, God, I want a house. So you're going to need at least $5,000 to $10,000, or you may desire $5,000 to $10,000 to put toward that house. If you have $0 saved right now, you're not going to buy a house in the next 6 months. You may not even buy a house in the next year or 2 years if you don't have a plan in place of how you're going to get that $5,000 to $10,000. So it sounds good. It really sounds good, but we have to have something in place that's going to help us achieve that goal. How am I going to get this extra $5,000 to $10,000? I don't even have $5 left over after a paycheck. You know what I'm saying? So we have to think about that. Where can I cut back? What can I get rid of? How am I going to crunch and grind? Can I get a part-time job? Can I have a side hustle? We have to have a plan in place, because you wanting a house is great. You wanting a new car is great, but just wanting those things is not going to be enough. The same way I wanted to get a new car. I went to the dealership. I talked about this before because my car is having problems. I went to the dealership and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to get rid of the car. I'm just going to get a new car. But the thing with that was my car note was going to be $100 more a month, and my insurance would have gone up. So I would probably have been spending, and gas, I'm saying things of that nature. So on average, I probably would have increased my expenses to about $250 a month. And I would have owed on the car longer because I'm almost finished paying off my car. So what sense that would have made? So I thank God I had a goal in mind of what I wanted to spend and what I was not going to go over, and what I wanted my payments to look like, and what I wanted the terms of my agreement to look like that prohibited me from making a stupid decision of getting another car. But how many of you, and how many times have you, including myself, have done those things over and over again, have made those stupid decisions, those stupid choices, because we felt like something, because we wanted something, because we desired something, we felt that we deserved it. We work hard, and things of that nature. So we utilize those reasons as excuses to do something, and we have absolutely no plan in place. And then when hard times come, when trials come, when tribulations come, when our finances are in a wreck, then we pray, we want to fast, and we want to go to God and cry out and be sad and all of this stuff. No, we can't do that. We cannot do that. So I'm just going to give you 3 real quick points, because I told you I need to be off by at least 12:30 so I can go ahead and run a couple errands here. So 3 quick things. And I'm talking about creating a plan. So we're just going to stick with savings, because that's a big one. We need to save. And not just saving in a savings account, but we need to have an investment account. We need to have accounts an account that is going to draw some type of interest on our money. Savings account do not do that. You know, they have the 2%, 2 cents dividend or whatever they give us, but that's not going to do that. So we really want to look into other ways of how to save our money. So the first thing on here that I have as far as creating a plan, and this is relating to savings, is saying, okay, why am I saving? Okay, for some of you, you may be saving for a big ticket item, a house, your real estate license list, because that costs money to go to real estate school and to get certified. That costs money. You know, your college fund for your children, Joy. So you have to find out, okay, why am I saving? Is this for a big ticket item? Or is this for a life item, right? For me, I'm saving and I'm investing for our future. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not planning to work 40 years. Not on anybody's job anyway. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'll be working for the Lord, but I am not going to figuratively clock in and out of anybody's job until I'm 65 years old or 62. What's the retirement age? I don't know. Awesome. See, plus fees, right? So you need a goal in order to get that money to be able to pay for the license and the fees. Even if you're taking it out of a paycheck, Liz, you know, you had the account for, okay, if I take, what is it, $300? I don't know how much it is, how much ever dollars. If I take this away from my paycheck, you know, chances are I needed that $300 to pay toward a bill or whatever the case may be. So you really would want to try to find those funds elsewhere or try to, you know, save up for them over a period of time and then be able to pay for your license. But getting back, I'm not working on anybody's job. I'm making that declaration right now. And even by me making the declaration, I have to have a plan in place. I can say that and it sounds good and people get all excited about that. But how am I going to make sure that me and my husband are taken care of and vice versa? You know what I'm saying? We have to have a plan. So why are you saving? Why are you saving? So number one, you have to know that. So if you don't know that right now, I want you guys to be able to think about that while we're on here and when we get off. Okay, number two, how much do I need to live the life I desire? How much do I need to live the life I desire? So my husband is a full-time entrepreneur. I work for the federal government. That's my investor right now. So if I leave my job, that would take half of our income. Right? If I just left my job. So I can't do that. I need a plan. Even in me going in full-time ministry, I need a plan. I have to have a goal. Okay, this is the goal. I want to be in full-time ministry by the year of 2018. I'm just speaking, right? I want to be in full-time ministry by the year of 2018. So that means that I have a lot of work to do in 2017. That means that I want to be out of debt. Completely out of debt, any type of debt that's going to take away from my finances and that I would have to worry about or be concerned of. Because if anybody know, if you're in full-time ministry or you're a full-time entrepreneur, hard times will come. You know what I mean? And you're not going to have the greatest of times the first couple years, especially being in it, full time. You're basically, everything you do is going to play a part as far as your business prospering and your ministry being successful. So I have to have a plan. So how much do I need? So you have to think about, how much do I need? I need 6 figures. Honestly, if I left my job right now, I need to be able to bring at least, 6 figures to our household to some degree. You know what I'm saying? So I need a plan. I need a goal, hence why I'm doing other things in order to help generate income. I'm asking God for witty inventions and ideas, and God, what else can I do, to bring in income? How can I save money? How can I cut back? What other areas can I, shave off of, to whereas I can take that money and do some other things. I just thought about 2 areas this morning while I was in the bathroom. One thing that I had gotten is a program that I had enrolled in, but I'm really not using it. And it's only $25 a month. But that $25 can go toward paying off something, right? There's another thing that I'm paying for that we really do not use. It's $20 a month, and it's a good service, but we're not using it. But I can cut back, so that's $45 that I can use. You see how that works? So you have to have a plan and you have to take action. Even a card. I have a credit card that I'm going to pay off. I told you guys within the first quarter, every quarter, I want to pay off a bill. And if I can't pay it completely off, I definitely want it to be paid down at least 60 to 70%, a great majority, right? So I had to go into my bill pay yesterday online and distribute those payments so that credit card can be paid off. So things like that, you have to have a goal. So even with that, I still have to do other things, adjust and change my lifestyle to whereas I will be able to do that. Okay. So that's number 2. Know how much you need. How much do you need? How much do you need for college? How much do you need for your real estate? How much do you need to put down on a house? Things of that nature. And then number 3, what do you need in order to do this? What do you need in order to do this? And I kind of talked about that. Do you need another job? Do you need a side hustle? Do you need to shave off some areas in your finances? Do you need to take a look at your bank account and see what you've been spending your money on so you can know how to cut back and what to cut back and things of that nature? So those are the 3 areas that you need to look at as far as creating a plan. When we're talking about our future and we're talking about goal achievement, let me tell y'all, I have a lot of things that I need to do in 2017. And I'm not saying every single thing because some things are very broad. Some things are going to take longer than others, but I definitely want 5 areas in my life to be touched in the year of 2017. 5 areas. Yes. Second job is out of for me. How about even an at home job, Liz? They have work at home positions that's paying anywhere between $10 and $20 an hour, and you can work 3 hours. 3 hours a day. I think it's like 10 to 15 hours a week. There are so many different options. Even being crafty. I don't know if you're artsy or crafty, but ask God to give you an idea, to give you an invention, give you something to where you can sell it. You can create and sell it. There's different things that can happen. Yes, I know somebody that does that, Joy, and I can send you her information. Rashida, what's Rashida's last name? Oh God, I can't remember her name, but she hires people for those jobs. She's good people. Went to school with her, very good person, reputable, professional, and all that great stuff. But I know that she does that. So, there are different things. We can always find ways to make money. The Bible tells us that God gives us the power to get wealth. Okay. God gives us the power to get wealth. And Ecclesiastes says, whatever our hands find to do, do it with all diligence. Do it with all diligence. I think sometimes we take for granted the gifts and talents that we do have, and we minimize those things, whereas God gave us those things to be able to generate wealth. There's some places that hire for a night too. Yes, don't quit. Don't stop. There's always options. I'm telling you guys, there's always options available. I promise you that. And matter of fact, I may just post her information in the Kingdom Women Lounge, since I believe many of you are a part of that group, and I'll just, give her that shout out. So if anybody else is looking for at home, then they can contact her as well. So those are the 3 points that I have for you guys today. And like I said, we want to make sure that we're creating a plan. And I know that some of you are part of the workshop that we're having on January 5th. But for those that are not, you're so welcome. Those that are not, I'm going to admonish you to take advantage of the workshop. It's a goal achievement workshop that we're hosting live, 90 minutes of live content, 90 minutes of intense goal achievement, where we'll be taking you step by step on how to create a goal achievement plan, showing you how to implement systems and strategies so that you can start achieving these goals at the beginning of 2017. Just even on the scope on today, I told you different things that you need to do. But even in shaving down debt and even in, looking at your bank account and doing those things, it's still a strategy. There's still a certain strategy. We have to be disciplined. We have to have self-control. This morning I wanted to start by Hardee's and give me an egg and cheese biscuit. It's only $1 and some change, but that's not the point, right? And the fact that I wanted it so bad, I didn't get it. And I said, my God, I'm going to fast this morning. The fact that I want it that bad, I'm not going to get it. And that shows me that I have some areas that I need to work in as far as discipline is concerned. So not only am I not going to get the biscuit, I'm just going to fast altogether for a period of time. You see how that works? So there's a strategy, and there's a lot of things that we are going to have to do to deny our flesh of wanting to be gratified right then and there, because our flesh wants what it wants. We go online, we go shopping, and I love to shop. We see things that we want because our flesh wants it. It wants instant gratification. It wants it now. It doesn't want to wait. You know, even in buying a house, you may be approved for a $400,000 house, but you know very well that you cannot afford a $400,000 house. But your flesh is saying, I want this house. Everybody else is buying a house. I deserve my house, and blah, 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 blah. No, you don't want to go in a situation like that. You're paying $3,000 a month or even more for a home, and something you don't even get paid. You barely get paid that a month. Come on, somebody. So we want to operate in wisdom, and we want to make sure that we have a plan in place and that we're creating those goals for our life, you know, and some things you're going to have to just temporarily go without, and you're going to have to sacrifice. You're going to have to make a great sacrifice in order to see what you want to see. So if you're not willing to sacrifice anything to get your results, you're not going to get your results. You're going to continue to spin your wheels. You're going to continue to be like a hamster spinning in a hamster wheel, just going, and going absolutely nowhere. So, hey, if you have not signed up for that goals achievement workshop, I'm going to admonish you to do so. You can go to tinyurl.com/achieved, ACHIEVED 2017. It's $39. I'm sorry, $39 until the 29th. After tomorrow, it's going to be $49. So I admonish you to go ahead and sign up. It's going to change your life. I guarantee you. You're going to look at your life in a different perspective. You're going to look at goal setting at a different perspective, because we're also going to help you to come up with clear and concise goals, because sometimes your goals are just without out of reach and out of reason. I mean, sometimes you have good goals and things you want to do, but they're just not realistic. Sometimes they're not within reason. You know, people may say, oh, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And that's the word. But sometimes we do things in the wrong timing, and they're way outside of the scope of what we are able to do. So we want to make sure that we are within reach, within reason, and we're operating realistically. I know that God is a supernatural God, and he can do all things but fail. But at the end of the day, we still need to make sure that we're doing our part. Okay? So that's all I have for you today. I hope you all enjoyed. I'll be on tomorrow. Tomorrow will be my last day until Saturday. So I'll be on Saturday for Wife Chat. But tomorrow I want to talk about executing the plan. Executing the plan. And we're going to be talking about goal setting. And we're going to be talking about finances, because this is something that we need to get under wraps here. We're ending in 2016, and some of us, including myself, have made some horrible decisions as it relates to finances, or some really bad decisions. And we need to step up our game so we can step up our bank account. For real, for real. No more faking it until we're making it. We're going to be walking this thing out for real in the year 2017. So that's my time, you guys. I hope you enjoyed. Take the notes and apply them to your life. And most importantly, go sign up for the workshop. Go sign up for the workshop. It's tinyurl.com/achieved, ACHIEVED 2017. That's our motto. 2017, the year of execution and the year of alignment. The year of alignment and the year of execution. Alrighty. You too, sweetheart. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. And I will make sure I post that information in the Kingdom Women Lounge group. So be on the lookout for that. You're welcome. Thank you, Crystal. I appreciate you.